Learn to fly FPV drones in 5 steps. Over the past 3 years, FPV drones have changed my life. I never thought this hobby will allow me to have so much fun, to make new friends, travel the world and work for my dream clients. Whether you want to try it as a new hobby or build a side hustle, I'll tell you everything you need to know, so you can go out and fly FPV drone. Good news, to learn flying FPV drones you only need a controller and a simulator on the PC. That's it. Because before taking your drones to the sky, it's important to learn the basics in a controlled environment. So start by practicing in the simulator. I recommend using Drone because it also works on slower PCs and is compatible to many controllers. My controller of choice is the DJI FPV Remote Controller 2 because it is small, lightweight and many modern FPV drones support the DJI transmission system. Just connect the controller to your PC and open the simulator. Sometimes USB-C to USB-C cables won't work, so just use an USB 3.0 adapter for this. Now you have to get familiar with the controls and understand how your drone reacts to different stick inputs. This may take some days and can't be covered in one video. To learn this in detail, you could for example join my FPV Drone Masterclass where I'll tell you some flight exercises and clearly explain the controls to you. Now that you can fly in the simulator, we can move on and take a closer look at the different types of FPV drones. Understanding these variations will help you choose the right FPV drone for your needs and your preferences. First up, we have Cinewhoops. These are specifically designed for capturing cinematic shots in tight spaces. These ducts around the propellers help protect the propellers and also subjects that you're flying closer to. So for example, if you fly closer to people or through cars, this could be very expensive without these ducts. Cinewhoops are one of the smallest kinds of FPV drones. Next we have cinematic freestyle drones. These are designed for speed and agility. They are lightweight, aerodynamic and built to withstand high speeds. That makes them perfect for flying in nature and on mountains. Thanks to the 5-inch propeller size, they even can carry a full-size GoPro. These are the two most important types for the beginning. As you dive more into the world of FPV, you'll discover more variations like long-range quads and Cinelifter, but they are often more expensive. Let me guide you through the essential equipment that you need as a beginner in the FPV drone world. First and forward, you need a reliable FPV controller. And as I told you before, I would go for the DJI FPV Remote Controller 2. It is small, lightweight, future-proof, and many FPV drones are compatible with it. Next, you need FPV goggles. These are like virtual reality glasses that provide a first-person view of what your drone sees. These DJI goggles too are the best ones, but very expensive. To save a bit money, you can go for the DJI goggles V2, maybe even for used ones. By the way, if you wear glasses, the goggles 2 are a great choice because they have a built-in dioptrine setting. That's a big advantage for everyone who wears glasses. Now let's go for a drone. If I would start today, I would go with the DJI Avatar. It's the easiest way to start because it has security systems and you don't need external software to bind it to your controller. Also, the battery runtime is great and you don't need an external charger because these can be loaded via a charging hub with USB-C, even on the go with an external power bank. There are other great options too, like the GapRC Cinelog 20 or Cinelog 35. Just make sure that the drone is compatible to your controller and your goggles. If you buy the DJI FPV Remote Controller 2, make sure that your drone also supports the DJI transmission protocol. If you buy another controller that has TBS Crossfire as transmission protocol built in, then make sure that your drone has a TBS Crossfire receiver and so on. To make sure that your DJI goggles will work with your drone, make sure that your drone has a Caddx Vista or a DJI Air unit built in as camera and video transmitter. So on the product page of this GapRC Cinelog, for example, you should choose O3 as camera and transmission system. So this will work with your DJI FPV remote controller and your DJI goggles. Overall, this is the best equipment for beginners looking to have a great flight experience and to be prepared for the future. I'm pleased to announce that the world's leading FPV drone equipment manufacturer, DJI, is also sponsor and partner of our FPV Drone Masterclass. Therefore, we are able to give away DJI FPV drone equipment to our students on a regular basis in a giveaway. So if you join the Masterclass, you'll get notified when there's a new giveaway of these products, and then only you as a student can participate in these giveaways. By now you've probably fallen in love with FPV, so it might be time to build your first own FPV drone. The big advantages of building your own FPV drone is that you can build a drone that perfectly fits your needs, and it's cheaper. It's also way easier and cheaper to repair your self-built drones if you crash, and this probably will happen. Building an FPV drone takes some time, so I can't cover that in this video, but I'll help you out by telling you what parts you need. First, there's a frame. Then you need an ESC. This is an electronic speed controller. Then a flight controller, aka FC. Then you also need, of course, the video system. So that's the camera, like for example, the Caddx Vista or a DJI Air unit. And then you need a receiver and propellers and batteries and a charger. So that's it overall. Sounds like a lot, but it's really possible to do it. Just an important notice: when you're setting up your drone and testing the motors, always unmount the propellers. Otherwise, this could lead to serious injuries. You're going to crash your FPV drone sometimes, there's no way around it. But it's also part of the process and has advantages. You'll get to know your limits, which also helps you to learn new things and to get better and better. But crashes can also be very expensive. So here are 3 tips on how to prevent them and keep the damage as low as possible. If you want to learn new tricks, always practice them in the simulator first. This will help you to practice without having repair costs. Try to control your controller sticks with 2 fingers. This will help you to navigate more precisely and even prevent shakes when you have an adrenaline rush. A pre-flight checklist will help you to ensure safe flights and get the best experience possible. You can download my personal pre-flight checklist for free in the description. It's time for you to start. Leave a comment with your plans and goals in the world of FPV, and then in a couple of weeks or months, come back, read this comment and see how far you've got. Thank you for watching and happy flying. And if you want to see more FPV drone and normal drone content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. See you soon.